Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3. Grimgord Ironhive has been on a relentless warpath to the east. I'm still pretty tilted about my WA failing. I don't know why it failed. I can't wait to read the comments about that. Remember, I record these in bulk, usually 5 episodes at a time. One thing I didn't understand before sitting down for this session was what these circles to the right of settlement names actually meant. Man, there's so much to this game. I would be lost without you guys. So when we first started and I was going to the north, there were some comments saying that this area wasn't good for me. I didn't really understand why. I thought it was mainly because of the corruption that the faction was spreading. But in fact, if we mouse over this, you can see that this area is actually uninhabitable for orcs, which is why we gain all of these negative effects for every single one of these buildings that is here. Which is really unfortunate because all of the buildings that I have or had in the past are all in this uninhabitable territory. Man, this makes me really want to see what my next playthrough looks like. I feel like I've learned so much along this warpath, but we're still just getting started. This is turn 60, and if we look at where Grimgor is, Shinlang is just to the south of us in one of the very few settlements that his faction still owns, with a massive army. I can't move anymore on Grimgor, but I'm starting to head back towards my base a little bit. They have another area here, and then these guys are actually allied with... Is he alive again yet? I keep waiting to see him just run around. They're allied with Villitich, who we've been having a lot of fun taking down round after round. So, what am I going to do with all this territory that is completely uninhabitable to me? Well, don't you worry. I have a plan. It might just throw a little chaos into the game. We'll see how it goes. Before we get to any of that, Gitter has one more person to attack. This is the army that pushed in from the north trying to take over our territory, and we can very easily take them down. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. After we defeat that army, we're going to ransom them back to their previous owners. Because I need all of the money I can get. We are bleeding so much money every turn. The only reason we're still in this game is because Grimgor's been on an absolute rampage. So let's hope he keeps it up. The wild hunt begins. Well, good luck to him. Or not luck to them. I hope they get attacked by a boar. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel in this situation. Well, Shanliang has left his town undefended, so we're going to move to the south and take that over right behind him. Easiest victory I've ever seen. $800 more plus $2,000 more. That means we offset our costs for this turn. We are at a net positive. Easiest auto resolve I have ever done. Meanwhile, back at home, we are seeing another army start to move down from the south. Egrim reinforcing with that army that won't seem to die, sending more units into the challenge stone. We may be hit from the north again, but luckily for us, Gitter is in position and he's just getting stronger every time he defends. I've also been taking my scouts and literally just zooming out and picking a spot for them to go and just watching them uncover the map. I probably should have done this really early on in our campaign, but well, there he goes. We'll see what he finds. Looks like that guy we saw, yeah, Shan Liang, is attacking the Fortress of Eyes. I guess he's running out of buildings, so he's going for a Hail Mary play to try to take this over. I don't think I could do better than this. Like, he has a full army. This is just an auto win. Yeah, we lose most of our garrison units, but he's the only one attacking on this side. That seems like a no-brainer. We're gonna ransom him back. Give me even more money, bro. Keep him coming. Speaking of more money, Egrim moved up. Oh my god, he might be in range of Gitter. Oh yes! The perfect pixel, are you kidding me? Oh, he's gonna run? Yeah, you better get out of here. Yeah, you better get out of here. I would like to move back into my territory if I can. It doesn't look like the game's going to let me. He might do a counterattack, but we should be totally fine. So the main army, the main threat to the east, just sent all of their units in to die at my strongest building. So I guess, rather than backtracking, Grimgor is going to move in towards Agarl. If I can kill him, this is basically one. Actually, I just saw my health. We're going to rest for a turn, see how this guy reacts. The only place reinforcements can come from is the east. We should be pretty okay, actually. Hey, Villatich is back up. Hey, bud. What happened to that other army that was up there? I'm not seeing them. Anyway, Grimgor's gonna head up to Bloodwind Keep, or at least go in that general direction. Probably gonna have to turn raiding stand. Oh, we could just go to the east. We'll turn, leave the town, raiding stance. That way we don't take any attrition damage. And we'll start moving in. We could annihilate these guys in one fell swoop. Wouldn't that be amazing? Anything going on back at home? Gitter's in a fine spot. Let's get him back into friendly territory. Egrim might be amassing a bit more of an army, but it seems like he's still 13 out of 20, and this army isn't that big of a deal. The Warhounds are kind of scary, but we can pivot for that just fine. I'm not too worried about that. I haven't updated you guys on this in a while, but there's 152 factions in the game right now. Remember, we started at 275, so quite a few have been eliminated. I got a bunch of weak ones by me, too. We can kind of roll over them if we really ever felt like it. Did Villatich run back to his building? Oh, he sure did. What do you think the odds of us taking this over are? They just got a new general. I can't imagine that their garrison has too much stuff. No, we should be able to run right over that. We won't be able to attack this turn, but Grimgor is going to be very close to moving in. There is going to be an imminent rebellion in the Red Wastes. That's this zone right here. Okay. All right. So here's my plan. I wanted to throw a little chaos into this because I can't control any of this territory, right? Well, I can, but it's not good for orcs. They can't inhabit it easily. Because of that, I thought a little diplomacy could be in order. Originally, if you remember, we moved to the east. We wanted to give the Valeri to this particular faction right here. I don't actually know who they are. Yuan Shan Fu. I hope I said that right. These guys owned that territory above us, but eventually lost it to Villatich when he was on his big warpath to the west. Now, unfortunately, these guys are the 96th strength in the game, so they're not too strong, and they've mostly been relegated to just these gates, which are part of the Great Wall, keeping the Chaos Demons out of this land. However, those guys are also allied with the 22nd strongest army in the game. That also belonged to the Grand Cathay, just under different leadership. They have a defense agreement with them and another faction as well that's a little further to the south. So I thought if I could be friends with these guys, if I could get in the front door, then hey, maybe everything to the east would just kind of take care of itself. They'll defend it. They want to keep the demons out. We're doing them a favor. So I kind of wanted to see what would happen if I just trade this over to him. Can we be bros? So let's say I wanted a non-aggression pact with the gatekeepers here. That's a negative 3.2 favor. If we throw in a settlement, that should make them pretty happy. Yeah, see, this is looking like a good deal now. So, how's that sound, guys?
Harmony is
we won't fight each other, and I'll give you part of your old territory back that I can't really inhabit anyway. Then I don't have to defend it. It's kind of their problem. I'll keep moving to the east until I clear this out, and we can gift it all to them. Make friends with one of the strongest factions in the game. You know, at least for the time being. Hopefully they continue to get along. They do have a defense treaty, so I imagine that's a pretty solid, you know, diplomatic relationship. I've never gone down this path before at all. That was the first diplomatic thing I think I've ever done. Everyone who's been asking me for peace treaties over on this side of the world, I've been like, nah, bro, talk to me later. Maybe we'll think of something. Wait, where's this? War host of the apocalypse. This is Egram. Wait, what is Egram going for? Valiant defeat, unfortunately. Is this my place to the east? Yeah, this is the Granite Spikes. Well, that's technically an ogre territory, right? That does suck. That was one of my bases we've had for a long time. How did he slip by me? Maybe I just didn't look over at my town during that last play. That's my bad. Oh, they didn't even inhabit it either. He just broke that place down and left. Well, he's probably going to want to retreat back to his territory. So if we can get behind him, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. And, you know, I've been in a giving mood. This is a broken province. It belongs to our only friend in this game, the ogres. We'll take it back and we'll give it to him. If I can catch up to him. If not, we can still take it back anyway. Meanwhile, Grimgor up at the top right. He's in raiding stance, so he can't move in. Let's move into attack stance. What about what's happening underneath us? These are just heroes. There's no armies in any of this, right? No surprise sieges. I mean, even if there was a surprise siege, I don't own this anymore, so I guess that's okay. Okay, Grimgor, click on it. I don't think it'll be that bad. I'm gonna do it myself, though. Oh, yeah. Look at this nice part of the world. Bro, no wonder the orcs don't want to live here. There's floating stuff in the sky, and it's super smoky. This place doesn't look like it'll be that hard to take over. There's really not that many people here defending it. You can already tell we have a pretty sizable lead. All right, we split the army into 3 different groups. This one is not going to have a leader with them, but it consists of 3 orc biguns, followed by some orc archers. Pretty good setup. They're going to move in and just try to take the nearest control point. Same thing over here, except they're being led by Scram, and they have a catapult behind them. And over on the other side, we have Grimgor with all of the trolls and, of course, his black orcs ready to decimate anything that goes in front of them. Hey, look at that. Oh, never mind. I was going to say the enemy didn't even bother defending the bottom side. In fact, that's where they have the majority of their defenses. So let's try to get in there relatively quickly. We'll send everyone else in just for a pretty standard attack. I imagine a lot of these forces are going to go down pretty quickly. If we target Grimgor, we can also debuff enemies as well. And let's not forget we have that Wog up on the right. So I'm going to send Grimgor in over here as the trolls move to the left and hit these marauders pretty hard. I'm going to debuff... Oh, this only works on heroes. That's right. And I don't think there's going to be any here. The trolls are taking some damage. I think the black orcs will be able to move in on the calves here, no problem. Yeah, this will be totally fine. I imagine these guys will be shaking in their boots pretty quickly. These are ranged attackers, so Grimgor does need to be a little worried about that, but luckily for him, he can increase his speed and charge right in on these guys with all of the damage in his arsenal. The black orcs are going to try to intercept the spearmen moving in on the side as the trolls fall back and reform pretty quickly. I think the spears do extra damage to trolls, so I want to try to get them out of there if I can. Just have these black orcs catch them really fast, and then we'll go right back in. Grimgor seems to already be doing pretty well, forcing these marauders. Are they running already? Is that a thing? Okay, let's check in on everybody else. This is going just fine. Just no complaint in the world about this. They're about to break on the north side. Once they do, we go after the other unit here. Meanwhile, in the middle, we see a very similar thing, except there's actually some more units around here we might need to be worried about. If they collapse in on us on the right, we might be in trouble. Peeking back in on Grimgor, the trolls and the black orcs have gotten us around on that army on the left as Grimgor is in a 1v1 with the enemy team's general now. We'll go ahead and just use his debuff. I didn't tell him to do this. Oh my god, he's ripping right through him, dude. He doesn't even stand a chance. You better run, dude. And bring your army with you. Oh, I want to see the final hit. Not the final, but it was still pretty good. We gotta check in on the rest of the army. The surround over here is looking great. This push to the left seems to be going well, but my army is actually starting to get a little split, believe it or not, as more spearmen are coming in on the left. So we'll send one sword dude after these guys and then fall back with the rest. We're seeing kind of a similar thing happen over here where some units ran away and the pathing's kind of weird. But our surround seems to be good enough for now. Checking in on Grimgor again. He's still chasing that enemy general away. He is completely dead now. The enemy army is likely to follow as they are likely going to break after their leader dies. We actually see all of the combatants down here on the southern end totally running in fear. Our orc boys are looking really good right there. The rest of this is looking totally fine as reinforcements are pushing in. This side is breaking as well. And then if we check in on Scram, that's probably the sketchiest part of this battle. We have a lot of orc units up front. We're going to tell them to go in melee mode. Just start punching them, boys. You know you can. Scram's running away a little too far. I believe these are the last units in the battle. So we should be able to win, no problem, I think. Oh, yeah, it's looking real good. Oh, there are some more Marauder Horsemen moving down for this bottom point. And a few units in the middle holding on for dear life as well. So, I mean, they're not totally out of it. Our orc boys are starting to take a lot of damage. I'm going to have them back up, and then once they get far enough away, we're going to have them swap back to using their bows as well. I don't want to lose any units because it's going to be really hard to recruit out here. Oh, one of these are my goblins. No, the goblins can't go in melee. They should know better. The orcs. The orcs can do it. The orcs would be fine. Well, this bottom point is in our favor now. Scram rejoining the party as well. We're going to absolutely run right over the defenders here. I don't even really feel like I need to check in on the rest of my army. That's how confident I am. Yeah, you guys better run. Do we have a WoW yet? Almost. Almost. Any second now. How's this going over here, Grimgor? Perfect. You got these guys terrified. That's what I like to see. Get your butt to the middle and win this war for us. The WoW is due any second. North is looking good. East is totally captured. Let's have them collapse in on these guys. They're actually starting to rally back a little bit, which is kind of surprising. It seems like, I don't know if this is faction or if it was the general providing this bonus or what, but it seems like they actually have a defensive ward that seems to be refilling, allowing them to actually tank a fair bit of damage. I sent a unit back to capture that point just to make sure we have it. It'll give us a morale bonus, and it's likely to break more of the enemy, break more of their spirits so we can win this battle a little bit easier. Same thing here. I'm just going to wrap around to the side. We'll go along the long way since Grimgor is on a warpath to the center of the city right now with his trolls, and they are just eating everyone alive. Look at him go, breaking yet another army as they hit the center. I'm going to go right for the control point. We're about to take this one in the back. That means we control the majority of the city. There it is. Right when we take that over, that guard tower is going to fall. We'll send the rest of our melee units up and join in as we are pushing for the last of the control points now. Very one-sided battle. We knew it was going to be. I just wanted to take this place for myself. Here's the way! Oh, yeah, their shield goes away immediately. Look at their morale dropping. They've got nothing, and they know it, dude. They've got nothing, and they know it. Boost Grimgor's power. Slice these guys in half. They don't stand a chance. That tower doesn't matter, dude. Grimgor just dodges every single arrow shot. Let's go, Grimgor! Decisive victory. 2,675 gold added to the coffers. We're gonna loot and occupy this place to add even more to our pockets. Any actual enemies to the south of us? No, I don't think so. Is this faction totally wiped out? You have attained a complete control of a okay, yeah. There we go. Faction destroyed. That means that Vilitich's only ally is now gone. And I know where I want to go. Who's in with me? Like I said, I still don't know why my last WA failed. I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did last time, though. We're just going to destroy this place. That's the plan. But we are calling in our second war for Gork. We have 20 turns to take this city. I'm only going to need like 3. Can I recruit from Renown yet? I would love to get another one of those giant siege rock guys. Maybe I can only have one of them at a time. We could grab a couple catapults. It's going to increase the money that we're spending every turn, but it might be worth... Yeah, we're going to buy the Crimson Killers and another catapult, and that will round out the rest of our army. Next turn, Grimgor has his eyes set. You know, one thing I could have done is not call in the WA this turn, save it for next turn, because then I would have another turn of movement. So that's an optimization we can make in the future as well. I kind of called it in at the end of my turn, so that means we have 19 turns to do it instead of 20. Okay, we did have a small rebellion pop up in our territory. Turns out if you just leave all the buildings broken, maybe people don't like that as much. But is it a rebellion for me if I get rid of the city? What is this, Bloodwing Keep?
For better or worse.
Hey guys, how you doing? I got another settlement to trade. What do you want for it? They'll give me 700 gold for that.
Unity.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. You enjoy that. It's not my problem anymore. Grimgor moves to the south, trying to get in the way of Vilitich, who has left his home and is moving west. His army does seem to have been reinvigorated, 20 units strong. Meanwhile, Gitter is able to get close to Egrim. This is the guy who came down from the north. Oh, it looks like he's just out of my range, actually. Could I march? Wait, if he goes through my city, I'm kind of screwed. Oh, and I'm out of range of the city too. This guy could be causing me some serious problems here. Uh-oh. Just because I forgot to look to the left earlier. That kind of sucks. All right, we're leaving these buildings here. Hopefully Vilitich decides he wants to give another go at Grimgor and doesn't fall back to his city. That'll certainly complicate things. That's a big city. Wait. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this moving in? Close defeat? Where did you come from? Oh, no, this is a guy. This is Egrim. My bad. Close defeat, it says. I can't recruit any more units, and he's slightly out of the range of my goblin. So it looks like these guys are about to try it. God, I hope he doesn't break my building. All of this is literally because I just didn't look over here soon enough to catch this guy sneaking into my territory. That feels bad. Right under the nose of my defender. So we are meant to lose this, huh? That's a big pack of vicious beasts and trolls to the western side. And if we look to the north, this seems to be where the general is coming in from. He has some mounted units with him. Ooh, ew, that's bad. That's very bad. That's very bad. Okay, well, to the west, here's what we'll do. We'll build a simple barricade on one side. On the other side, we'll have kind of a concave of orcs like we've done in the past. So we'll do a long line of orcs here. And then actually, I think maybe spearmen might be better. Nah, we won't do that. We'll do a couple orcs here. So anything that runs up will hopefully hit this wall and then be forced back. Can we build a tower in this area to help defend? We can. I don't know if that's super worth it or not. Let's see what else we have for defenses. Okay, I do have these Goblin Wolf Riders. I don't know if these guys are actually any good. I've never used them. They're fast. Okay. We'll probably try to do a flank on this with them or something. Ooh, this just doesn't feel super holdable on this side. We'll see. Yeah, these are all of the units that we have left to defend. So we have a tier 1 tower up. We can upgrade that if things look like they need to be upgraded. We're going to put some of our melee boys in this position and tell them to hold. That way they won't move. And I'll try to get this barricade up soon. We only need 100 supplies to make that happen. Archers are going to be lined up here, shooting anyone that comes through the door. And we might have to pivot around a little bit depending on what he does with that flying unit of his. But the idea is that, you know, we'll leave everyone here for now. Once they break into the city, hopefully this barricade will be up in time and it'll force them to go around this way where we can reinforce this even more, hopefully, and build up a few more towers and maybe actually defend this. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know if we got this. I also don't know if I want to stand on that barricade. I feel like our archers might actually be more effective if we place them right here. So, do we have what it takes? Let's find out together. We're keeping our eyes glued to the supplies because it's a super important part of our strategy. We're also very interested to see what this guy does with his flying unit. Very interested to see what happens on the left flank here. Okay, we have enough supplies. Let's pause. Get this barricade up. Simple barricade, nice and easy. We have a tower on this entrance, right? We could build a tower over here to potentially help out too, I think. Yeah. So only half the units are moving up on this side. That's pretty good. The flyer not really taking a stance just yet. Oh, they're in range. Shoot them, boys. Our melees are getting hit hard. Let's just back them up. That barricade's going to be built soon. So, I mean, that's all we really needed these guys for. That flying unit doesn't seem to be drifting too far away from the leader so far. And the clash is about to happen on the left side. We kind of want to flank with our units once that clash does indeed happen. Looking at our supplies, we're at 300. Do we want to wait for a tower? Is there a way to see like what direction the tower can shoot in? Because it's like a frontal cone, right? Okay, this is looking doable. We'll unpause. The group in front is actually looking pretty weak. We're going to have all of our units focus the flying guy if we can. Archers are on it right now. Once this thing lands, we're going to dogpile this thing and hopefully beat it up pretty fast. We are seeing some spells fall down from the enemy wizard, though, dealing quite a lot of damage. Okay, get on this thing now. Get on that thing now. Go, 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 go. Fight it, fight it, fight it. Everyone else start running down the path. We're going to build another barricade here. Hopefully it'll be ready in time. Why don't you go ahead and stack on that. The clash on the left has happened, and it doesn't look that bad, really. Let's make sure we flank with these guys, get them in there, try to hit them from the back. I hope I didn't delay too much on that. It's kind of hard to tell how long you really need to wait. But all in all, this is looking pretty okay. I don't think they'll win, but as long as they delay the inevitable, that is all they need to do in my book. Looks like the units that are moving around this side are actually very, very quick. And we don't have very much in the way of defense over here, so let's put up a tower on this side as fast as we can and make sure the rest of our melee units get on this control point as fast as possible as well. Their mounted units might beat me to it, but we're actually dealing with the Manticore pretty well on this side. The flank is coming in. The archers are doing great damage. We're about to break on the left side, so let's hope that our orc boys can hold a little bit longer. In 300 more supply, we can build another wall. I don't know if that's necessary. We might save for another tower in this situation. Here's the clash. We might actually make these guys run immediately, which would free up a lot of the damage. That is really good. Hold on, they're not running yet. There they go. All right, how's this other side looking? The tower's going to be built in 40 seconds. Here comes some wolves. They're actually running into my spear infantry, which is the, like, ideal situation, to be honest with you. The Manticore is feeling the pressure. I think that's good enough for us to pull our archers back. And they actually broke down one of our barricades. 30 seconds until that tower is done building. Meanwhile, on this side, most enemies are actually breaking. As we see, we were victorious over here. That's actually pretty fucking crazy. It was all that flank from behind. We shocked him with a bunch of damage all at once. The Manticore has been dealt with. Let's move him over to the right. As long as our units stand on this point and don't let it be captured, which is easier said than done, especially when you're being attacked from both sides, this tower will build up and be quite strong, but we might want to start working on a secondary plan here. I'm not too sure what that is yet. Let's not let him move this way. This is looking fine, right? These guys did rally a little bit. We could just make sure they get taken care of. These guys, please finish the Manticore. You're looking great, though. I'm going to pause because I'm not seeing a good spot to put a tower over here, and I want to make sure I'm not missing something obvious. There is a little something here, but I think they would be out of range from it. They're technically in range of this tower. So if I upgrade it for 650, that's going to take 30 seconds, but eventually that will whale into this. And maybe they're not in range for this tower. It's difficult to tell. I hope I didn't make a mistake with that. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the start of this, though. Let's unpause it and keep it moving. I am going to fall back from here and head towards the center because, of course, we are going to need to hold that at some point. The commander is likely going to be taking this place over. And I'm thinking about taking this army kind of up towards the center right now as well. There are some towers along the outside that we might be able to build, but I'm kind of looking at this for the moment. Let's back up with our archers, get these melee boys in here on the general. That's going to be better than them trying to tank. And we'll see pretty fast if we're in range with this shot. Are we? I can't tell. His ward is being depleted, so maybe that means we are doing something good. Our melee units are in range. And now that he's stopped, I'm going to have the archers turn around and actually start to put some shots into him as well. That ward is going down. We are losing that control point at the bottom, but again, we expected to lose that control point at the bottom. The fact that they held it at all is pretty good. Melee units starting to come in here. We might be able to flank with our dudes. That's a really big AoE hitting my archers, so we'll position them up at the top of the hill so they can hopefully shoot down. Tower positions. Here's another 500. Can I... Oh, I can tell it what to shoot. So it doesn't look like any of this is a dead zone. Yeah, it looks like it can just shoot around in every direction. Well, that's not half bad. Are the archers dealing any damage yet? These guys in the back are starting to rally. I think we just keep running away unless they're going to catch up. It does kind of look like they're going to catch up, unfortunately. This push on the hill is looking really bad now that I see the full power of the enemy army here. So we're going to have to figure something out. Archers are going to run back. We'll build another barricade here. Maybe they can get on top of that and try to protect themselves. Wait a minute, there is another tower here. If I had the resources, that would be a good buy, but I don't have it yet. We're going to try to intercept this attacking army with our wolf riders, at least stop them from getting to our archers for a quick second. That's all I need them to do. I need those archers to get away. How's the fight with the trolls going? Oh, not good. Not good is the fight with the trolls. And 100 more supply. We can try to build another tower here. We have some units that are about to start rallying, and we're going to lose them forever, but it's okay. They're saving us time to build up. Okay, I want these archers coming up the hill to jump on top of this barricade right away. Melee boys, I want you to stand to the side of it. We'll try to just hold this down to the best of our ability. Second round of archers, why don't you guys go ahead and get back? And we're really thanking our lucky stars that we have these melee doing such a great job delaying the enemy push right now. Does anyone not have a job? Is anyone not busy right now? Oh shit, you guys are about to be very busy. Oh, this is not good. Oh, that's not good. We also have more mounted units moving through the back there. Okay, let's build a turret. Get that going. Archers in position. These archers should already be firing. I shouldn't have to tell you that, boys. Come on, get your heads in the game. I know you're just goblins, but you got some thinking in there, right? Our melee at the bottom have completely broken. Oh, big AoEs falling onto our archers here as well. I'm going to send my melee forward. How's the melee that were in the back? Oh, they're not lasting much longer. Well, I tried to defend this. Remember, we were supposed to lose it anyway. If we can kill off a few of the powerful units, that's just going to make it even easier for us to move through with our main army. I really thought I could defend it. It was looking really good for a second, right? That wasn't just me. I think when we lost this tower over on the right side, that was actually a really big detriment. Man, it doesn't feel good to lose a building in your starting province. Is he gonna sack the place, or is he moving in? Why don't you move in, bud? Move in, see how that treats you. Okay, enough of this. We're taking care of this right now. Oh yeah, go ahead, try to run away. Unfortunately for you, I'm on a wolf, my dude. You may have messed up my city, but now I'm gonna mess up you. We also have reinforcements coming in from the towns. Oh my god, that's an absolute stomp. We lose our settlement garrison if we auto-resolve. That seems a little ridiculous. I don't think we need to lose our settlement garrison, right? I'll fight this. All right, this fight shouldn't be that hard. We have most of our army located on the left side. Oh, wait a minute. We can do Vanguard deployment with our Wolf Chariot. That's actually not that bad. Once the enemies move in a little bit, we'll be able to flank from the side. They are hidden in the trees at the moment. Let me give these guys a control group, make sure I'm controlling them as well. Meanwhile, running down the middle is going to be our general in this fight, Gitter, along with the Giant Arachnid and Giant Infernal. He's in melee mode, so he's just going to swing at stuff. I'm not going to use him to siege. He seems pretty tanky. So, main army is going to move in. Nice and easy, go attack stuff. This army is going to move in. Nice and easy, go attack stuff. Wrong group. Go get him, go get him. Wolf chariots are going to start flanking now as well. And then our main army walks right down the middle. I got a brand new spell and I wanted to try to use it. This is Curse of the Bad Moon, and we actually know they're up here in the middle, so why don't we just go cast this right away. This is a spell that calls in a moon and unfortunately I don't have any control over where that moon goes, but hopefully it just kind of wreaks havoc on the back line. That's really what we're hoping for. It doesn't seem like it got too much value there. As our armies are colliding on the side, we've already instantly broken almost every enemy here. Our general is being attacked by some cav units, but I have total faith that he'll be fine given the bodyguards that we put in there with him. We have some chaos trolls moving up on the main melee force here. I think they're doing just fine as well. I'm going to have my cav kind of go after a few of the enemy retreating units just to make sure they don't come back in. But this fight is already looking like it's won. This guy used a lot of his power just trying to move in and fight me originally and take my building just for me to take it back the next turn. I hope it was worth it, my dude. I hope it was worth it. Now, that being said, that left side is kind of looking a little weird all of a sudden. We have really good damage on the general here, and the Arachnid is in range, already biting off on the guy. I think he's the one with the glowing weapon here in the middle. He's just not going to last long. That's not a survivable situation that he's in. Our archers are kind of shooting into a big group. Our melee boys are starting to get a little low, some of these dudes in particular. But reinforcements are here! The settlement survivors are on the way! And they start to make their way up the hill to reinforce the main army. Unfortunately, they'll never get to see any battle on this glorious day. Because once we kill those calves, it is all over. Whole army focus. Let's go. Get him, boys. Don't let him run. You got him right there. Decisive victory. 2,700 gold collected. Wow, we are very expensive with our current upkeep. Yeah, we're going to use them for even more money. We desperately need it. And now I can see what the damage was. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Just fix that up. Everything will be fine. We might be able to upgrade this soon as well. God, if our army just wasn't as expensive as it is, my life would be so much easier. Well, The war was called. Grimgor is in range of Villatich. And I think he's going to take that fight. He takes that fight every time he sees it. This, of course, will mean that his city will be undefended as well if we kill him now. Is he in range? No, he's not. So we'll figure out where he's going to go next time. Ooh, one of the ogres nearby me got wiped out, it looks like. Oh, maybe it was just one of the leaders. All right, team, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to hit that thumbs up button. These videos take a ton of time to make, and I appreciate any engagement you guys give it. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.